Welcome to the Bankhouse Media podcast. I am your host, Matthew Toman, the founder of Bankhouse Media. On this podcast, we're going to give you some tips and advice from our experiences that will help your business thrive in this digital age. We will also be speaking to fellow business owners who will talk about exactly how they grew their business online, got through their hardest times, and how they turned a profit. I am also going to introduce you to some of the Bankhouse Media team who will share their knowledge and hopefully add even more value to your business. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hi and welcome back to the Bankhouse Media podcast. On today's show I have a business owner called Orlagh Maye. Orlagh owns beauticians, Orlagh Maye Salon, and also an online training academy. Today's podcast is all around constantly evolving your business. Orlagh has been evolving her business through the course of 2 decades, and where it started back just over 15 years ago to where it is today, it's 2 completely different businesses. Thank you so much for coming on today, Orlagh.
Hi Matthew, thanks for having me.
So Orlagh, your business today, Orlagh is a client of Bankhouse Media, and I really wanted to get her on just to chat through, because I think a lot of people could really learn from what you've done and what your business is right now, and just how innovative you've been throughout the years and also through this global pandemic.
Yeah.
So basically, just a couple of questions. Just give me a bit of background on your business and the reason why you wanted to start your own business.
Well, first of all, the salon I opened over 15 years ago, 2007. I was just 24 then, but during my training years in beauty school, I always knew I was going to open my own business. That was always something that I had planned. So when I opened the salon in 2007, I wouldn't say I was naive, but I was young and
Very ambitious anyway.
Yes, the property that I'm in now is actually the same property that I've always been in. It's a big premises, and when I started off it was just actually me running about the place, but now I have a staff of 8 and also 2 hairdressers as well. I really wanted to open the business because I love beauty. That's my interest, that's what I'm into.
And that's what you trained at. Whenever you say there about having hair as well, and this is one thing that I always say to all of our clients all the time, add on as many services as you can, like to keep your clients in your building.
Yeah.
I know you're not a hairdresser, so what made you think about doing hair?
Well, first of all, as I said, the premises is a big premises. So when I started out, it was just beauty, and I realised pretty quickly that I needed a full service salon. Once you offer the client everything, you've got them there, they're not going to leave, they're not going to go anywhere else. So you want to offer as much as possible, and obviously hair goes hand in hand with beauty. And at that time, there wasn't many full service salons about. So we were probably one of the first in the area, and it's just grown from there.
Yeah, I like that's what, but you say that as if everybody knows that. Even these days, people don't really understand the value of that word full service. It's what we do at Bankhouse Media as well. We're like full service. If someone wants to come in for copywriting, we got you covered.
It's very important, because if you think of it, if someone's coming in to you and you're giving them their brow treatments, their facial treatments, and then they're interested in, for example, aesthetics, and you don't offer that, they're going to go to another business, and maybe they're just going to keep getting the rest of their treatments in there to keep it all under the one roof. So that's why in Orlagh Maye Salon, it's very important to give the client everything they want under the one roof, and it's just more an enjoyable experience for them as well, because everything goes hand in hand. Like if you think about weddings, for example, once you get that bride in, you'll get her facials, get her brows, get her wedding makeup, and then also the hair service.
Then you do her bridesmaids, then
Exactly.
they hear about you.
Yeah.
And then, I think that, referrals are massive,
Definitely in this industry, that's word of mouth referrals. Definitely build your business.
So if you're to look at the services that you provide right now, even you mentioned aesthetics there, like I know how valuable the aesthetics industry is. It's huge. It's one of the fastest growing industries in the world right now. Is that right?
That's very true.
So 2007, nobody was really advertising. Everybody was afraid to even say they got anything done.
2007, whenever I opened, I knew that Botox was making, like, people were starting to get it. It wasn't as taboo as what it had been, even a few years before that. So straight away, and I think it was 2008, we had our first doctor in to do the aesthetics clinics. And he was there on a monthly basis.
So you've ran aesthetics from 2008?
Yes, we have.
That's unreal. I didn't know that.
And I would say, like, now everybody gets it done, you know, like it's...
Well, it's not, I think that the main thing for now is it's not, people aren't ashamed to say they've had it done.
And they shouldn't be. It's just another service, you know, people want to look good. People are not ashamed to spend money, and they're not even ashamed to say now, oh no, I get Botox, I get fillers. It's not to be ashamed of. In fact, you should be proud to be looking after your face, looking after your body. You should invest in yourself, especially now with women. Now they're out earning their money, they can spend their money on whatever they want. And if they want to spend it on their face, you know, they're more than welcome to come to my salon and do it.
Yeah, well, the main thing is, like I said this on my last podcast, the amount of women business owners that are absolutely blasting through, you being one of them, especially whenever we went through the global pandemic, how many women were, and you know, not that it even shouldn't, why are we even saying this, like it's a big thing. I'm only acknowledging what sort of came through our company.
Yeah.
A lot of female entrepreneurs that were just, they wanted just to know more. They have their business, a lot of them I know are the main supporter in their household, like, because they just want to, like, and they're having kids, run businesses, doing everything all at once, and it is great to sort of see, because as you said, they don't have to ask for permission.
That's it.
Or anything like that.
It's a different world now, definitely, and I'm very much into women moving forward and you know, earning as much as men and spending their money on what they want and providing for their families in something they love to do.
Well, there's a lot of women that I know earn a lot more than the men,
Yeah,
you know.
well,
the ones that we're dealing with in Bankhouse definitely earn more than men, you know, because they're running really successful businesses, and especially in aesthetics. You know, whenever I started to see some of the figures and the sales that were coming through with some of our clients, I was like, okay, this industry is something huge. And, you know, a lot of men get done as well. I don't know if it would ever be for me, but you never know. Maybe in another 10 years, but I definitely wouldn't be moving into it just yet. But a lot of men do. A lot of my friends do. And again, so that was great. I didn't realize you had that from 2007. So that just brings me to, like, opening up your business from what it was back then to what it is now. How important has upskilling been for you?
Well, even from I started out in beauty, when I did my HN or my NVQs, I always was very competitive, maybe not so much with other people, but with myself. I always wanted to do better, learn more. So I went straight in and did my HNC, which is level 5 in beauty, when I opened my salon. And I knew even from then that you always have to upskill, you have to learn more. I even learned from trainees that I bring into my salon. You'll always learn something. And I think in business, and especially in this industry, if you don't continue to upskill, move forward, you'll be stagnant in your business, and your clients deserve more. They want more. They know what's out there now, especially with social media. So you just do have to constantly evolve, and then your business will grow with you.
Yeah, like, I think it's funny because I think that's something that has came very natural to you, you know, being able to do. But there's people out there that have businesses that don't understand that. You know, that's what I'm teaching at the minute, and that's what I'm working with my clients for mentorship and stuff like that. And I'm sort of saying to them, do you know that you can do this?
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to have you on, because you're a prime example of adding every service into your business. Can you just list us through the services that you provide and have added on to throughout the years?
Well, now the treatment list is pretty extensive, but my main business has always been brows. I've added on to brows throughout the years, you know, there's so many new treatments out now, obviously, but we started off with just the basic waxing, tinting, then we went on to threading, then we went on to lamination, sculpting, and then my personal passion, which is the permanent makeup, and that opened a massive client base for me, and it actually turned into be the most profitable side of my business. But apart from that, you know, from our facials to laser to microneedling, all aspects of waxing, body treatments, tans, lashes. Lashes are such a big thing now. Lashes are such a good treatment for any business to have in, I think personally, because it's repeat business. So your clients are coming back in, every 2 to 3 weeks. And that's what you want as well. You want repeat.
And then you can upsell them once you get them through the door.
Upselling's very important with that as well.
I know that, and I know you do nails and hair and all that sort of stuff. So that is brilliant. So if you work in any one of those industries, if you do nails, if you do brows, if you do eyelashes, you can add these other services on. So just talk us through, how do you add other services on? Like, obviously you don't do them, so somebody else does. So what is the process in bringing another expert into the fold, essentially?
Well, basically, first of all, you have to think about your client's journey, what they want. So if they're, for example, just getting, brows, and then they're thinking, Orlagh, I'm thinking of getting maybe Botox or something in. The way I personally approach other people would be to get treatments off them myself, decide if I like it, and then approach them with a business offer to come on board. And that usually works best for me. The way I see it is, if I am happy with them working on my face, I'm more than happy for them to work on my clients.
Yeah, no, and that's it. And you do also, I seen an ad running there not too long ago that you offer people to be their own boss. They can run their own, so you can rent stylists, you can rent stations out, essentially.
Yes, we do. I find that works quite well with the likes of makeup artists, nail technicians, and also the hairdressers. It gives them a chance to work in such a beautiful salon with established 15 years, a massive client base, and then also all they have to pay is their rent. It's such an amazing opportunity, and the money to be made in that alone, without the stresses that I have running the day-to-day business, is amazing.
Yeah, no, I think that's brilliant. That's something that I think is a great opportunity, for anybody who's just looking to get themselves out there. And also, whenever you get in, you sort of learn, okay, well, there's a receptionist, this is what I need. If they wanted to open their own premises at some point, they could learn from you,
That's it.
How has Pigment Training Academy came about then? So you ended up coming up with an idea. You've obviously been training in these industries, so just fill us in on that.
From having the salon, I am a big believer in giving trainees a chance and training them up, and then at the end offering them a job in the salon. I have done that with a number of employees, and I really love teaching and working with the young girls. And I thought, especially with my passion for permanent makeup, and I think Northern Ireland in particular deserves a really good training academy that is focused on the students doing so well and coming into the industry, but also at an affordable price. Because if, for example, I went to London to do my training and it was a really big outlay, and I know a lot of people can't afford that. So with my training academy, I really wanted them to afford the courses and also have the ongoing support that I'm willing to give all of the students.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it is great. So what is Pigment Training Academy then? Just give me like a short brief on just what that is.
Well, Pigment Training Academy is a beauty training academy based in Northern Ireland. We have an online service offering great online courses that are short, that are very affordable. You have lifetime access with our online academy, and also we do face-to-face academy training in our locations. We do have an academy in Lurgan, and we're also looking at another location in Belfast.
I know it's funny at the minute, like I'm constantly getting, what do you think of this premises on WhatsApp? Since we've been working together, Orlagh I've been really admire how much you've always constantly looking forward to growing and looking forward to, in this time, I think you were probably a small handful of people in Northern Ireland actually looking at premises during a global pandemic. I think it was
possibly.
It was actually kind of hard to even get in to look at it, But no, that is great, and I think the premises that I just seen, the one in Belfast, I loved it, by the way. I don't know if I got back to you or not on that. Bankhouse built out the online training academy. Orlagh came to us with an idea of saying, I've got this qualification and I want to teach as many people as I possibly can. And we said, okay, well, let's go make this happen. That was about a year ago, 18 months ago.
Yeah.
We built the bricks and mortar one. You always wanted to go online. You said from that first initial meeting with us that you wanted to be online.
I've always known that online is the way forward. Obviously, not all of my courses are going to be able to be taught online, but the theory parts will all be online eventually. But yeah, online, because we can reach everyone in the UK then, you know, maybe they just want to do their theory part of our permanent makeup course online, and then they only have to spend 1 day with us in the academy. So it just makes it more accessible for the students. And now, obviously, after this pandemic, we will have to cut down the number of people we bring in to the academies for safety reasons, but therefore they can do a lot of the courses online and only be in the academy short times now.
Yeah, no, I loved it. So I think at that point as well, you were one of the clients that I said that when it reached out to us and was like, I want to change this into, I want to go online. And I said, okay, no worries. So when are you thinking? And it's like, well,
Now.
now, is there any way we could, how quick could this happen? And in fairness now, you worked extremely hard. Like, we have clients that work at all different paces, and that's all fine. Everybody works at their own pace, and that's fine. But I think you had pulled together, we had online 6 courses within a very short space of time, and built the online
weeks, yeah.
and built the online academy, where it was, as Orla said, it was like lifetime access. And some of the classes and assessments were run on Zoom. They were all set up with calendar. The payment process was, and that is flying at the minute.
It's doing really well, and I was a bit apprehensive at the start with the Zoom teaching, but once you get into the swing of it, it goes really well actually, and the students seem to love it, and they're learning really well.
And what I sort of liked as well was whenever we were having a meeting about this last week, you were like, yeah, there's a lot of people have to go back and redo the work. It wasn't like a sign off.
No, I know a lot of training that I've done, I feel that even if I didn't do it to the high level that I did, you would have been passed anyhow. But I want the students from Pigment to really understand what they're doing and to go out there into the beauty industry, and they're representing Pigment once they're trained with us. So I want them to be at a very high level. So if they come back with maybe work or case studies that aren't that great, then they do have to redo them, unfortunately.
Well, that is good. You know what I mean? Like, because we actually we're at the final throes of the Bankhouse Media course, and we're actually what we're going through now is the assessment process.
Yeah.
Because we need to make sure that the people are taking it all in and doing everything that we're kind of doing. So, but I mean, your courses are fully accredited. So
fully accredited with ABT. ABT is a high standard of accreditation, so that's why there's a lot of online courses you'll see now with beauty schools. You don't need to do a Zoom lesson, you don't need to do this, but with ABT you have to, because we want to make sure that you know what you're doing and you're going to represent the beauty industry at a high level. And also it'll build your confidence more if you know exactly what you're doing, and therefore you're going to get more money, more clients.
Yeah, of course. The better you are at your job, the more referrals you're going to get, the more business you're going to get in. No, I agree. I think it's brilliant, and I was really excited to see that you. I know you said it in the first meeting, but this definitely did benefit you in that sense.
Definitely. The lockdown, obviously, when that happened, everybody was panicking. Their businesses were closed. We just didn't know what to do, but the main thing was you need to evolve when something like that happens. You need to move with it, and the only way that I could see was with the academy getting courses online. And I wanted my students not to be just sitting at home. I wanted to give people a chance to learn through the lockdown. But also with Orlagh Maye Salon, what we did with the salon was we knew that we had to get our website up and running, so that's why Matthew's working on that now with Bankhouse, which was another good thing we got going.
It was another good thing as well, because it's just pushing e-commerce. Do you know what I mean? It's like having your booking system online, it's having an e-commerce business, it's having everything that's there, and we're always pushing for everything. You would not believe how many people had messaged me throughout this and said thank you so much for pushing me to open my online business, because we've been having businesses there, and a lot of people said, you know, we've got our e-commerce business there, but it's not really doing much. And I said, well, are you running ads to it? Are you marketing it? Whenever this happened, the people were actually so trying to find them because they wanted to buy their product. So I got a lot of thank you messages, which I was delighted about, and a lot of referrals. Because of that, we got like a lot of referrals. So basically, your story is amazing from what you've done, how many clients you've served, so many. But what does this mean to like someone coming through right now, a young business person, 24, who's in college and saying, I don't want to work for someone, I want to work for myself. The main thing is you can listen to Orlagh's story and see that you can actually do this as well. You can do it.
Yes, I would say the only thing that I would do different from starting off would be get more advice from people. I think at 24 I went in a little blind, and I think if I would say to anybody now that's doing it, just get advice from probably people like me that have been in the industry quite a while. Also, just stay true to yourself. I find now a lot of people in our industry get caught up in Instagram and what they think should look good. I just think you need to stay focused on your beliefs and what you think is good, and stay true to your business and build from that, and really have a focus and stick to that.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. That's what we're working on at the minute. Even with our Evolution of Success program, the first whole section of it is redefining success, and figuring out what it is you want. So making a list of what you want, but then really going through that list hard on why you want it.
Yeah.
If you've seen that you want it because you've seen another business doing it, that's the wrong reason.
Yeah,
that is and that's what we keep saying. Like, so many clients would send me referrals or would screenshot stuff. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? And I'd say, stop looking at the other people. How do you know that they're not, uncertain about what they're going through right now? You're the only one that has got the answer.
True. And you will lose yourself in your business if you do that. I do see a lot of younger business owners that have started out and have followed that whole, all over the place, don't know what they want, following all these different trends, and they don't last long. You just need to stay focused to your own wants.
The one thing that we do in the Bankhouse Media course is we identify your why, because that is what makes you unique.
Yeah.
Your why. You will have competitors in every single field that you get into. No matter what product or service you're going to sell, you will 100% have a competitor in that. The only difference between you and that other competitor is the reason why you started. If you stick to the reason why you started this and you focus solely on your goals, you're gonna really, really get it. So as I said there, you're looking for premises in Belfast. What is next then? So what do you were doing aesthetics from 2008. You're online pretty much in the pandemic and it's doing well. What do you see in the beauty industry changing in the future?
Well, I do feel that in the beauty industry now, obviously the aesthetics is just going to keep growing and growing. The beauty industry evolves and changes daily. There's just new things added to it constantly. Skin will be a bigger thing now, and I do feel that people are moving away from the more full-on beauty and they want a more understated look. I feel sometimes Northern Ireland is a little bit slower on catching up with more European cities with the more natural look, and I do think that's where we're going, and thank God for that.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing now. And have you ever thought about bringing out your own range?
I have thought about it. I think I have my finger in too many pies at the minute. I just want to stay focused on the academy. I want to get the right premises up and running, and also I want to get more tutors into the academy. That would be the main thing for me now. So it would, because I do realise, even though you want to do everything yourself in business, because I'm a bit of a control freak, you do need to have a good team around you, and you do need to let them do some of it, because it can only grow that way.
I have like a saying now. My saying isn't like, how do I do this? It's like, who can do this? I delegate everything. Like, it's very
hard to let go that way. It does take a while, but I'm going there now.
Yeah, definitely have to. We got so busy that I was just like, now I'm like, okay, not how do I do this, but who can do this? And I delegated throughout the team, or push it off to like somebody, and it is really, really good. It's how I can stay focused on the podcast, how I can stay focused on constantly working on the business we're becoming, which you do a really good job of as well, while holding forward on the other thing. But look, thank you so much for calling in, Orla, and having a chat. I really do appreciate it, because I think that some listeners and some business owners can really, really benefit from it.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I'm just happy to help anyone really in the industry.
So if someone wants to contact you, how do they get in contact? Are you on Instagram or?
Well, yes, we're on everything. Facebook, Instagram, and both the Academy and the Salon.
And it's Pigment. I'll list everything below, but it's Pigment, Pygment.
Yes.
.co.uk.
Yeah.
Pigment Training Academy, and then Orlagh Maye Salon. So that's brilliant. So thank you so much, Orla.
Thank you, Matthew. It was nice to be here.
And I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.